Compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
Well, we've got some devastating news. Drudge linked to Infowars.net, and the website went down because of so much traffic. Steve Watson has written a new article about pre-crime technology to be used in Washington, and Infowars.net went down. Drudge, about 8 years ago, tried to link to Infowars and Prison Planet a few times, but we couldn't handle his traffic. Infowars.net is a auxiliary backup attack frigate in the InfoWar, and we hadn't put it on mega servers yet. And it was just down. It just went back up. We've got to get our IT guys in there. Red level. I know one of them just went to lunch, but is listening on local radio. 1330. Red level. Alert. Alert. Get it back up. We need millions to see this. Pre-crime technology to be used in Washington, D.C. Computers will predict crime will be committed by who and when. And, of course, we'd seen these out of England, and I was going to get into this later in the show, but had no idea that Drudge had just linked to it. Pre-crime technology to be used in Washington, D.C. In fact, let's just make this the key search term today. How about we do that? Well, I said I wouldn't do it for a few weeks. But I just, fix the servers first, huh? Yeah. All right, we'll think about it. Think about it. Are both of the IT guys eating? Red level emergency. Oh, my gosh. I wish I had the money to hire an extra person, because 2 guys to run all this is okay when they're not at lunch. But I also need somebody at night. That's when stuff happens. I don't have the money. That's why I need people to buy books and videos and T-shirts. I've built much of the studio. I don't have the money to fix it or build it all out. I need to get more funds to launch this super powerful social network that's almost done, but I'm running out of money. And I just need your support, ladies and gentlemen. I need to be able to beef up the Infowars.net servers. We try to do a lot of this on the cheaps, and but this is huge. Another top Drudge link. I mean, that's good for 1 million visitors, because not only does Drudge send you hundreds of thousands of viewers, he's the biggest website out there, and we've been linked by some of the other big ones. Not only do you get the traffic from Drudge, but then thousands of other news sites link and then report on what you're doing. It's just a magnifier that is so powerful. It just went down. Drat, double drat. Okay, good. Emergency. We got Catherine Austin Fitts coming up. I hate it. He will de-link it if it doesn't go back up. We need to have everybody take the prisonplanet.com version of Steve's article that's on big servers and get it to Drudge. I don't know if he'll change the link to it, though. I don't even know if they have Steve's article up. Yep, they've got it up. It just went up, too. Man, it's up on Prison Planet. Pre-crime technology to be used in Washington, D.C. Catherine Austin Fitts is coming up in the next segment. And I said I was going to finish up with this caller, so let's just go ahead and go to him. Another oversight by me. I should have had that moved to bigger servers. It's on some pinochle server. It's actually on a big box, but that's not enough to take Drudge power. Richard in Tennessee. Yeah, about 13 years ago, I was sent by the makers of it. It never aired on BBC. All the clear evidence of government pedophile rings. And then we did air it in parts on Access, and it got picked up and put on the web. So, yes, I am aware of Conspiracy of Silence. Powerful stuff. And it's all over the web today. People can go watch it.
I've actually heard about it through you or through your website at some point in time. seems to be a pretty high, fair quality version up there right now. But I was also going to mention, you've mentioned that you've got Tennessee and what's called Operation Stop in your newest film. And
yeah, the Army and Homeland Security searching cars on shutting down roads even when the governor says no.
Right, and that's the name of the program, though. It's called Operation Stop. I've actually asked the lieutenant governor about it and several legislature members, and no one even knew it was going on. So
incredible. I will check into it. We've had state reps on about it. Right now, I'm in complete battle mode with the Infowars.net story linked on Drudge. It's down. We'll see what happens when we come back. Oh, dear.
Listen up, friends. This is Alex Jones with key information. The mainstream media is now admitting that we're going into a depression. Don't be dependent on the government for you and your family. You need to get your own supply of high-quality storable foods from eFoodsDirect.com. They're the best company out there, the longest continually operating, with a ton of great food to choose from. It's all fresh, made on a monthly basis, not some old cruddy food they're selling you like some of the other guys. Try their new Evacuation Pack, a 2-week supply of delicious, easy-to-fix food. It comes with all the equipment you need to prepare it. With open talk of a strike on Iran in the next 3 months, the crisis in the Gulf, and possible evacuations, get yourself and your family ready today. The place to go is eFoodsDirect.com. Go to their website online right now, eFoodsDirect.com/Alex, or call 800-409-5633. Again, on the web, eFoodsDirect.com/Alex, or give them a call at 800-409-5633.
The question is, where should the American people draw their line in the sand?
What have we got? A republic or a monarchy?
A republic is based on a constitution which protects minority rights.
Not democracy, not mob rule, 2 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner.
So they think they own our land, they think they own our water, children, our education, our money.
So we have to define who we are and what we will tolerate.
Somebody's going to ask you what you did during the Patriot Uprising.
You are being warned.
We have the facts. We have the Constitution. We have the Bill of Rights. We have common law. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so excited to be able to offer you Don't Tread on Me, Rise of the Republic. Tyranny is upon us, but liberty and the sleeping giant that is the American people is rising. A new tool in the info war. Don't Tread on Me. Order it at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139 and support independent, patriotic Liberty films. Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, HomeGain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to HomeGain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to HomeGain.com. Use their Home Sale Maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at Infowars.com. Look for Max, the orange Home Gain Gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's HomeGain.com. HomeGain.com. Check them out today.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
You know what? I'm going to do it again today. I want to make the top Google search pre-crime. Pre-crime. P-R-E-crime. Drudge link to one of our backup auxiliary sites, Infowars.net. Instead of linking to the Prison Planet, it's not his fault. He can't know. Probably 1 million people will read this if we can keep it up. Drudge will pull the link if it stays down. So we need everybody to get the pre-crime technology to be used in Washington, D.C. It's so important for this to get out to everyone. So let's search the term pre-crime. That way, regardless, people will be able to get the story if they wondered what it was. P-R-E-crime. That as one word, pre-crime, and that will send them to PrisonPlanet.com. We'll also get it up on Infowars.com, and Watson's going to email it to Drudge. so that he knows that, here's the alternate site to link to, and we're very thankful for Drudge linking to that. We're going to now, for the rest of the hour, have Catherine Austin Fitts, who's on her vacation. She says she's in the beautiful mountains of the West. And of course, we had media, the USA Today earlier, saying that the government may need to ban music that's uplifting. It's a form of drugs. Folks, if you just tuned in, I'm not joking. Web delivers new worry for parents. Digital drugs. Music that's uplifting is a drug. I bet, she sounded on the phone earlier, the guy said, uplifted by being in a cabin in the mountains. That's evil. And the government has a vaccine that will cure her of emotion. Catherine Austin Fitts is an investment advisor, founder, and managing director of Solari Investment Advisory Services, entrepreneur, president of the Hamilton Securities Group, investment bank and financial software developer, government official, assistant secretary of housing, federal housing commissioner, Bush the First, investment banker, managing director, and member of the board of the elite Wall Street firm Dillon, Reed & Co. Doesn't get any more elite than that. Catherine has designed and closed more than $25 billion of transactions and investments to date, and has led portfolio strategies of $300 billion in financial assets and liabilities. I wanted to get her on about the deepening depression, what's happening with currencies, the Iran situation, and so much more. Catherine, good to have you here with us.
Alex, it's always uplifting to hear you. As somebody who's had enormous server problems, I can't tell you how much I empathize with your situation. I remember, I don't know if you remember this, there was one 24-hour period when every time we tried to go to your site, we'd get sent to a mirror site that looked like yours, but that would give us a virus. Do you remember when that happened?
We've had all sorts of tricks. What that must have been was a virus on your computer. It's called scumware, basically, that takes over your computer when you put something in and then shows you tailored ads that look like the website. So that wasn't actually my site. We've had that happen.
It was our virus. Well, who knows? But all I can tell you is somebody really had it in for InfoWars that day.
Well, this is just that Drudge linked to one of our backup auxiliaries that we're going to move to a beefier server. It's actually on the prisonplanet.tv server. That's a bunch of servers together. So prisonplanet.tv is having problems. So is Infowars.net. We just purchased a bunch of other big servers in our own server farm here in Austin. We're building that right now. That was a capital improvement of $55,000, a lot of money for us, thanks to listener support. So we're not just spread out all over the world, but also have this as backups. But for now, this key Drudge Report link is deader than a doornail, but we'll survive it. We're going to make pre-crime the #1 search today. Our wonderful listeners have never failed. But Catherine, great to have you here with us. Break down. You've got the floor for the rest of the segment. I mean, I'm not going to interrupt you. Break down what's happening in the economy, everything you predicted, where this is going, housing starts, and existing home sales, the lowest. The headline says in 15 years, but the article actually says since the 1960s, 1968. And now the media is saying, it's not really a double-dip recession. It could be a depression.
Well, we're not going through a depression or recession. We're going through a re-engineering. In governance of resources on planet Earth is in the process of being re-engineered. I call it a financial coup d'etat. And what we're watching is an economy that's very managed. It's a political economy. And so the different market frameworks you hear people talk about in the financial area, in some respects, aren't appropriate, Alex. And one of the things I want to make very clear about the current economy, if you said to me, you know something, Catherine, you're a portfolio strategist. Just re-optimize the economy to create as much wealth as possible. What I would tell you is the wealth that we could create, whether it's human capital or environmental capital or financial capital, is hundreds of multiples greater than what we have now. In other words, our economy is totally constrained by the desire of the people at the top to want to have total control. And the more you institute total control, the less healthy the economy is. And so we don't have an economic problem at all because the potential for wealth and abundance is unbelievable. What we have is a political problem, and that translates into cultural problems. So
they want to control it and hog it and be able to dominate it. I said one interrupt, but I can't help it. You're so smart. You're absolutely right. And they know that. They know when they raise taxes, it drives down the economy. They admit it. They want control. They want to destroy it to consolidate it, as you've said.
Right. And here's the thing, for 500